What is going on, guys? We're back with episode 2 of our San Francisco 49ers rebuild franchise. Of course, the team is kind of in a rebuilding state. They've done a pretty good job in the this last season upgrading their talent. Am I a little weary of Jimmy Garoppolo's contract? In Madden, yes. In real life, I think he's probably worth the money, but in Madden, this is going to be rough. We're pretty much stuck with him. I know a lot of you guys have been suggesting names we should go with, go for a rookie and all that. I would love to go for a rookie. Maybe we'll still draft one, but the starter for right now is going to have to be Jimmy Garoppolo with how much money he's demanding at this point. Of course, a lot of people wanted Breida, or Breida, it's whatever you want to call him. I'd say it's Breida because it's B-R-E-I, E-A sport. So, of course, the offensive line, a little bit of a problem. Weston Richburg making a ton of money and locked in for quite some time. Definitely a worrisome player there. What else do we have? I mean, that's pretty much it, right? I mean, Tevin Coleman, I want to try him out. We have, you don't bring him in without wanting him as a, good chance to start. So we're going to see what we're going to do here. I would love to start the first regular season game in this episode, but at the same time, I think we may rock a few preseason games and see where we are as a team. Obviously, we have to, at least try these guys out before we really commit to anyone. DJ Jones is going to be the first guy we upgrade. Congratulations, young fella. You're the first upgrade, man. What's it feel like? Not bad. Not a bad upgrade, I don't think you're going to start, but hey. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Still did not find a trade partner for Solomon. We'll see. And he has a lot of money tied in as well for a 74 overall specifically. But let's take a look. I don't know how long we'll play of these preseason games, but we'll give them a couple of quarters for sure. Here we are in Levi Stadium. Technically the, quote-unquote home opener, but obviously not technically. But at the same time, we do get to host our first game of real football. Preseason is still important, especially for a team in the quote-unquote rebuilding stage. We're not guaranteeing any player really has, there's only a very select few of players that actually have a full-on starting role. Guys like Quan could get replaced for all we know. Sherman probably locked in, decent money, star player. Jimmy Garoppolo, good win. But the running back position's up for grabs. Offensive lineman, on the interior, not really sure there. But the biggest, question mark is obviously that running back position. Tevin Coleman, he looks like a prime starter. He looks like he might be the guy. But I wouldn't, don't knock Matt off, We luckily do have a good fullback, so it's going to be hard to run on the inside, but we have a few pieces that could help with that, and we do want to become a running team. I think we have a lot of running back talent. It's going to be very hard to keep up with this, group of backs. You could pretty much put any one of the three in, and they're all going to do similar damage. We got Dak Prescott, a decent overall for Dak. A little bit of a game manager, I can't lie, but hey, it is what it is. Everyone needs to, get into this atmosphere of playing. It doesn't matter that it's preseason or not. This is a great test for the defense because, of course, this is going to be the best offensive line you're going to face. There's no question about it. It's the best offensive line. So, of course, we obviously have a few, X factors in this game. Both teams have a few of them. Good old Zeke. If he can get 3 10-yard rushes, he gets into his zone, which is the first one free. And Richard Sherman, to get his in, is to force incompletions, which I think is a very, not a tough one, but it's going to be hard because you're not going to want to test him because you're going to get him in the zone. Obviously, getting him in the zone, oof, good job. Getting him in the zone is dangerous. So, his ability actually kind of works as a twofer. Our quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, another guy trying to prove it, trying to prove he's worth the money. Dak trying to prove it to get that money. We wanted to test the running backs, so why not start with a run? Tevin Coleman up the middle. Tevin going to find a little bit of room, nothing much, 2 yards, maybe 3. Now here we are with the play action. Battle of New York had a pretty decent start. Sticking tough in the pocket, on the run, it's a decent throw, but Pettis will not hold on. It's going to be tipped twice, and it's going to be picked off by Jalen Smith. Tried to set the feet, could not do it, and Jimmy Garoppolo is going to throw his first interception, unfortunately, on his very first throw. Of course, the coaches aren't going to be too mad with that one. Once again, he did have the one-on-one look. He was beat. Would love to try to get that ball down a little sooner. Good pressure off the edge by D. Ford. To the outside and locked down by Jason Verrett. If he can stay healthy, he's going to prove a very, very top-tier gem-style signing for the Niners. They haven't really made a great deal to get him. Obviously, he's trying to prove it himself, but he's a lot of potential if he can just stay healthy. The Niners are going to have themselves a pretty damn good defense. So obviously, we want to not throw a pick this time. Hopefully, that's the case as well. Jordan Matthews is ready to go. Uh-oh, we're going to have to throw it away. Can't even get it off. There goes DeMarcus Lawrence, and most importantly, that's probably going to get him closer to being in the zone. George Kittle's ability is actually really rough. He has to get 3 20-yard receptions, sacks, one more of DeMarcus. He's an unstoppable force, and then Byron Jones, similar to, oh my God, good play, but got hammered there. Similar to Sherman, wants to lock down plays, wants to make people miss, force them incompletions, and he'll be in his zone. Gonna throw to the playmaker once again. There goes Kittle, getting down to the 40-yard line. That's a really hard, X factor to get to. The pressure is real, and we're gonna get caught up by our own guy and taken down by Randy Gregory. And there goes DeMarcus Lawrence. He is now in the zone. There goes Tevin. Nice little slip under play. At least we avoid the pressure. Don't want to get Jimmy Garoppolo hurt. Now we skip ahead to the middle of the second quarter, and we're down 10. A lot of our backups are in now. Looking for somebody open to the outside. It's going to be caught by Bourne. Not a bad throw at all. The first completion for Mullins, actually. They are going to bring the pressure. Quick throw to Selleck. Good find. He's going to bring it all the way down to 39-yard line. Love to see Breida in. Not going to here. Going to throw it inside to Taylor, who's going to slip it underneath to the 24-yard line. Having a good, drive here with the backup. They don't have all their backups in either. You can see Jalen's still in, the guy that picked us off. And I tried to throw it. We accidentally pump fake. Looking for a conversion. Really no one open. Trent's going to catch a tough one, but once again, no one really open on the play. We're going to have to just let it go to the 2-minute warning here. We are going against one of the best teams in the league. There's no question about it. However, that's still no excuse to be getting swamped this hard in preseason. On the run, and that's just never going to have a chance. So it's now middle of the fourth quarter, and third stringers have us in a pretty damn good game. Mick Mullins still in. Nick Mullins still in the game, A couple of the main starters are in the game, but both teams pretty much playing the same level of talent at the same time. So, it's still a legit victory if we can pull this off. Nick rolling out. He's going to have enough room to run, get all the way down to the 46-yard line. Nick trying to buy some time. Gets what seemed to have enough time. Couldn't get the throw off to the left side of the field, though. Quick throw to the outside. Selleck all the way down to the 48-yard line. 3rd and 13, looking for the conversion, obviously. Inside, under pressure, and just right in the middle of nowhere there. And the backup tight end was wide open, but of course, time ran out, and unfortunately, it's going to be a turnover on downs. And here's the last chance to give the offense a chance to win the game, or at least tie it, but obviously this is over, you don't want overtime. And to the outside, he will be short. We're going to keep the timeout. We're going to get the ball back, and we're going to have a chance to drive down for the win. It's perfect because no one wants to go to overtime. So we either win the game or lose the game. No extra time. Bears got destroyed by the Panthers. Inside throw. Trent wide open. Gets the first down. Wide open running back, and we're on the move. That's a terrible decision. Going a little bit short here, though. Under pressure. Throws it deep, and that will almost be picked off. Tight end is wide open, and Selleck has a chance to run. Selleck's going to take it all the way down to the 29-yard line. Hurry up to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10. Hiking the ball. Running back is open. Is that McKinnon? It's a terrible throw. McKinnon may have scored there. How do you miss that throw? I don't know. I really don't. Looking for the tight end. Once again, under pressure. This one's going out of bounds, and honestly, Jalen could have maybe caught that for a pick, ending the game. Feet set, no pressure, missed the throw. Wide open, right bumper, can't get the throw off. and this will be the final play of the game. So we're going to have Jordan Matthews go deep. We're not even going to get time, and he winds up the throw. Oh, my Lord. Is that really how quarterback animations are this year? Jesus. Well, the game has been lost. It's a close one. It was a sloppy one. That's just the way it is sometimes. We're going to take a quick glance at the stat line. Nick Mullins, not terrible. Jimmy Garoppolo was decent. He just, that one pick tipped. Not really his fault. Let's take a look at yardage. So yards per carry-wise, Tony Pollard did really well for the Cowboys. Breida was our best back. Didn't really give much opportunity for Tevin, though, even though he was the starter. Try to give him more next game. Trent Taylor had a pretty good game himself. Sack totals, we really just weren't a part of it. Trent Taylor did get an upgrade as well. We're going to go with Route Runner because I think timing is going to be a huge problem with this team this year. Gets a speed upgrade. All right, what's his speed now? Wow. Okay. A lot of traits, though. I'm not sure how everyone has all these damn traits. Post-game interview. I know wins and losses don't mean much in the preseason, but got to be a little disappointing. It's probably too early to speculate, but your pass protection was porous, to say the least. Lots of sacks out there, which begs the question, which aspect of your team thinks need the most improvement? Definitely offense. No question about it. 3 morale boosts for your defense. What? Why won't our offense have morale boost? That's the one we're trying to upgrade. That makes no damn sense. We're going to advance the 2 weeks in between, and then we're going to play the final week. So, of course, we did pick up one win. It was against the Broncos, 24-17. Let's take a look at the stat line from that game. Jimmy Garoppolo a lot better. It appears he did play a lot more snaps. That was 12 for 20. Phillip Lindsay and company, running backs really just not performing well at all. Let's take a look at the next game, though. The Chiefs lost by 3. It's a good team to lose to, I suppose. Both teams not very great at all. Patrick Mahomes actually threw a pick. Running-wise, once again, no one really proving themselves too much. Both backs struggling mightily. And, final game against the Chargers. A really tough lineup in the preseason, which is really weird. But, obviously, I suppose it helps to strengthen the team. We have a couple of upgrades. Actually, these are not even upgrades. These are players we have to cut. So, Kyle Nelson is one of them. We do incur a bit of a penalty, unfortunately. Richie James, I want to keep. I will cut Tim Harris. We will cut Beathard. We're going to cut Beathard. And then I might have to manually cut the final player. I don't know, if those are all the guys that we're able to cut, but I would like to cut some other guys. I think they're trying to avoid the guys that have a big hit attached to them. So, obviously, I agree with that decision. Jalen Hurd, 6'4". Could play, honestly, I kind of want him to start. Him and Jordan. Let's take a look at him and Jordan. Jalen Hurd, his catching's not terrible, in fairness. Jumping 90. He seems about just as athletic as Jordan, just a little bit more raw. Jordan Matthews, 27. Jalen Hurd. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Solomon is very expensive to get rid of. What about DJ Jones? Let's get rid of DJ Jones. 60K hit isn't terrible. So looking at the upgrades, we actually have a couple of guys with some talent that need upgrades. Coverage is really the biggest issue for Quan. However, it would be nice to get him his scheme fit, which unfortunately we did not. And it was a pretty poor upgrade as well. Eric Armstead, let's keep him with his, and honestly, I do want his block shed or his power move up. Gets +2 to power move, I'll take it. Laken Tomlinson, this is a pretty big upgrade because offensive linemen like him aren't going to upgrade too often. So I think we're just going to keep going with the pass block. I think pass blocking is very important at this point. It seems like we are struggling mightily in protecting the quarterback. Fred Warner now. We're definitely not turning him into a pass rusher, so yeah, that's not going to happen. Are we in a hybrid maybe? Is that what's going on? Richie James. Once again, I think route runner is the biggest need for pretty much every receiver we have on the team. So going against the Chargers, who are definitely primed to have a great season themselves. And only a 77, really? But yeah, they're primed for a good game, a good season themselves. And they're only 1-2, so preseason doesn't always mean everything. Unless we win this game, then preseason means everything. Here we are back in Levi again for our game, unfortunately. Hey, I guess we're going to get used to playing in the home stadium, unfortunately, but here we are. We're wasting more home games in preseason. You know, user game-wise, I don't know. I kind of wanted to play away, see how we played on the road. Are we going to even be starting Jimmy Garoppolo and company? Because I kind of want to see those guys again. You know, we pretty much have the starting roster. I know we probably jumped the gun a little bit. Most teams don't have their starting roster yet, but we do. We know exactly who we're going to use. We may even go down a little bit. We may actually trade a few of the names off we have and sign new ones. Because we have a lot of depth, very good depth on this team. Here we go. 3rd down and 12, the Bosa battle. Can Joey beat Nick? I don't know. Inside, find, and he's going to get a lot of yards there, and that looks to be a face mask on top of it. Unfortunate. Jeez, that is not a good look. Inside, trying to make a play. Can't. Melvin takes it all the way to the 20-yard line. Preseason has not been kind to us. We have really struggled in the preseason. This could be a long season. It's going to be a bubble screen fake, and Melvin's just going to fall forward for a gain of 5. Inside, Buckner in trouble. Slips away, but they get great blocks. 9-yard gain. Absolutely struggling on the ground so far. And corner shot. Taken out last second. Jason Verrett playing against his old team. Makes a play on the ball. Nice stuff. 3rd and 1. Inside, Colbert. Come on, Jason Verrett all over that ball. He may be short. Jason Verrett with another amazing play. We mentioned it. Jason Verrett is primed to have a good season, and we're hoping he can stay healthy and have that good season. Inside look. Can throw it inside. Very close one. Marquise Goodwin with the speed gets that catch. Is Tevin Coleman the starting back? Tevin finds some room, slips away, and Tevin is gone for 68 yards. Tevin is in for the score, and that's obviously, I mean, there's a great set of blocks, but breaking that tackle, slipping away, trying to make it seem like Tevin's going to get the ball again here. We start with the ball at midfield, late throw. I was really hoping we would have a little bit more time, though. Fortunately, once again, no time at all. Quick throw to Breida. Can't get the spin off, and he's going to be taken down to the 49-yard line. All right, their drive there went really well. The backups are already in here. Definitely going to force some of our starters back in the game. There goes Jordan Matthews, finding a little bit of success there. Finding a gain of about 20 yards on the play. I'm not going to go around and say, you know, guys like McKinnon have no chance at starting, but, you know, it's guys like McKinnon that have no chance at starting. Run to the left side. McKinnon gaining 0 yards. Actually loses a yard on the play. All right, Breida. We're all kind of pulling for you here. It's almost like an unfair, you know, decision at running back. Breida using that speed to get about 7 yards on the play, believe it or not. That was a really good gain. Wish we could just, like, filter back and forth between him and Tevin. Have a true running back battle. And that's really good defense. Oh, my Lord. Trevor Williams never budged. It looked like he was going to fade back and let us go, but he didn't. 4th and 4, who would expect an inside handoff, especially with McKinnon. We've made it pretty obvious that we're not a McKinnon fan around here, and McKinnon dies, losing almost another yard. Inside zone, McKinnon again, apparently going to get a handoff. McKinnon up the middle, finds some room, slips underneath, gains about 13 yards. Inside throw to Trent. Trent's actually had a pretty damn good preseason for us. We have a lot of receivers, man. We got to look for somebody to get rid of. Trying to throw it. Once again, this offensive line has been getting cooked. This is not going to be a good season at this rate. And that is just a terrible throw, unfortunately, by Mullins. At this rate, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be injured again, honestly. To the outside, a bit overthrown and picked off by Trevor. In fairness, they do have some of their starters still in the game, but no real excuse, man. This has been a really bad preseason. Here we go. Start of the second half now. It's supposed to be a fake screen, but it actually kind of worked out. There goes Bourne, a guy that I was really debating on trading off. But, man, it seems like anytime I'm debating on trading someone, they make a really nice play that, you know, makes me believe they have a lot of potential. Inside, 2nd and inches. They're ready for a run, but they're not ready for the speed. Really slow spin move, but he still gains about 7 yards on the play. Tevin right now is a little bit higher on the list, but Breida's been making plays too, man. No one to go to. Just going to throw it on the run, and a little bit of traffic there. Jordan Matthews kind of sneaks away free and gets the first down. Richie James couldn't do it. Look for the pump fake. It did not work. I thought maybe they would have bid on the pump fake, but they did not. Play action look. To the outside. It's a rough throw. Jordan almost makes the play, though. Going to go with halfback wheel here, see if we can get a conversion. At least get close enough for a field goal, perhaps. And inside, a three-man rush. This line has been horrible. I mean, they just let Brandon Mebane at his age bust through a double team. Unbelievable. No one breaking separation at all. Inside, a little bit of a, thrown too far out to the right. The backup tight end, Lee. I believe Lee Smith is his name. Halfback angle, looking for the backup tight end here. Right down the middle. Not going to, but we are going to find Tevin wide open there. Tries to cut it left. Tevin Coleman, he's starting to pull away a little bit in this running back battle. I think Tevin may be the starter. Tevin's making some pretty good plays. That cut was very clean. Breida, not really much you can do there. The blocking was pretty horrendous, as per usual. All right, timing route to Trent, and Trevor Williams has just been on a whole nother level at this point. Well, the AI was able to score. Unfortunately, the AI was also able to throw an interception, which led to a 2-possession deficit again. I can actually get that secondary route going, but it just did not go to who we wanted to. Perfect throw by Mullins. Obviously not going to bring it down. Very good recovery there by what honestly looked like Jatavis. Is he playing back there? 3rd and 22. Terrible. We've looked terrible anytime we're out there. We had X, but I just don't believe in the throw. Okay, that's a really good throw. On the run. A beauty of a play by Mullins. Wide open is Trent again. Trent has the speed to score. So, there is a small chance to win this game. Or at least go to overtime, but let's be honest, we're not going to want to. This onside kick decides who wins this game and who loses. We're going to go with the no-power trick, see if they can run up and touch it. And unfortunately, very easy to handle with no power, but was hoping maybe there was a chance. 29-21, it was a sloppy, sloppy game, and there is so many questions for us to still answer. This is not looking good. It is going into week 1. There's not a whole lot of confidence. There really is not. Looking at the stats, I mean, we had the yards per play. We just, threw too many picks. The inaccuracy. The main issue is this offensive line has played terribly. And not even just that, but anything involved with sacks, with pressure. We've had some blocks, but there's been plays where the receivers are just not getting open. I'm hoping a lot of that has to do with us pulling our starting receivers very early in the game. Hopefully Marquise and Pettis are up to the challenge of getting open really quickly, especially for Jimmy Garoppolo, who's coming off of a major injury. We do not want him to be taking as many hits as he did in preseason. I mean, preseason we got that many, Trevor Williams, already a god. Badgley, insane 5 for 6 in field goals. There's a lot to be worried about. Definitely a lot to be worried about. But that's exciting at the same time, not knowing what's going to happen and, working against the grain it's exciting. Tevin Coleman has an upgrade for elusiveness. Let's see what he gets out of this upgrade. Awareness, nothing really too special. What's his spin move now? Yeah, nothing insane. Nick Bosa has an upgrade, which we will probably use on finesse move. I believe finesse move's the way to go. So speed rush it is. See what he gets. He gets an acceleration and an agility. That's not terrible upgrading. 92 acceleration now. So, of course, Episode 3 is going to be the very first regular season game. And unfortunately for us, the first 2 games don't look too tough. I mean, these look like very fair matchups where it could go either way. Obviously, we really want to come away with a win in Week 1. We do not have a home game until Week 3. So, 2 away games to start out the season. A little rough. We can definitely get on a bad streak there. But there's a lot to be hopeful for against the Buccaneers Week 1. If we're going to be honest, I really don't know what our goal is. I would say, I kind of feel like we believe I think 7 wins is right where we believe to be. We're going to say 7 wins, but obviously we're aiming for at least 8 to 10 minimum. But it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a long season. Free agents, we do see a guy like Corey Grant who's very fast. Tyus Bowser. I think Tyus Bowser would actually be quite good. Money situation's a little bit of a situation. In fairness, I think we're going to look to potentially trade someone off. Obi Melifonwu's there. I think we're going to delve into free agency a little bit here. Let me know who you guys want us to get. And yeah, I mean, that's going to conclude episode 2. If you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe, like the video if you did enjoy. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. But most importantly, comment with who's going to have the best season out of our players. Are we going to have a crazy season with Kittle? Is he going to even top last year, which is really hard to believe? Is Tevin Coleman going to be the starting running back and go off for over 1,000 yards? These are the questions. These are the questions. I think if I were to guess who's going to have the best season, I think Pettis is going to have a little bit of a shocker for us. I think he's going to have a good season. And then I think Quan may have a decent one himself. But yeah, there's a lot of questions, and hopefully you're there with me for the answers. Hopefully you come back for next video, but until next video, see ya!